Okay, continuing. We have an interesting pattern here, because what we have is we can do this entire S3XL here, or we can start on the R2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we can take that 5, 6 and go right into the top two members of this S3S. So it doesn't have to look like, hey, this is a lone wolf, you know, this is a top element of the S3S. We're going to put it nowhere. We can lock into that on the 5 and the 6. See, that way we know where the 7 goes, because we learned this pattern first. These are the first two patterns to learn. Whoops. That was funny. I don't know why that happened. These are the first two patterns to learn right here. These guys, okay? So, you want to learn those patterns first. Once you learn them, like I say, we're not going to play this entire 5, 6, 7, R2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then guess where that 7 goes. No. You lock into the 5 and the 6. As soon as you see 5 and 6, you know you're talking this lone 5, 6 right there. Okay? And that gives you the 7R2. Then you're locked in and you're out of trouble there. So let's see if I can start from the R, or start from the 5, let's say, and then go into this and end up on a 2 on the 4th string. So I'm going to start from the 5. Okay, 5, 6, 7, root, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's our 5, 6. Now we go right into the S3O. 7, root, 2. 5, 6, 7, root, 2. Okay? 5, 6, 7, root, 2. Over here. 5, 6, 7, root, 2. That's different. We don't have to do that. We can make our choice to do whatever we want. We can go 5, 6, 7, root 2, or we can go 5, 6, 7, root 2. You have your choice in this matter here. Okay? But in these basic elements here, well, the elements are the strings themselves. But in these basic building blocks, you don't have a choice in the matter. You have to play these. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, root. There's no doubling. This is a more general usage pattern, but we'll get into why these two in the lessons to come. We're going to talk about these patterns, and we're going to try to make either a new pattern that doesn't have any doubling. You see, this has 5, 6 here and 5, 6 here. It's your choice at that point, because in this pattern we want to keep things pure. So we've got down here, we've got this S3XL down here, right? This guy is actually down here, and this is just the top part of it. Okay, we've got our S2L right here, all right? And then here, this guy, we've got a full S3XL, which only the bottom member is part of this. So those are the rules for building this pattern stack, where repeats are allowed because we must put entire elements in their entirety. You know, we have to put the full element there. But we're going to look for a pattern, and we'll be getting to that by lesson 20. Perhaps we'll get to a new pattern. So let's erase this stuff, because we got to move on. I would like to show you the pattern that I thought that I had come up with, and we might be able to jump some lessons here, or maybe not. Maybe we're not ready for that. But I'm going to try to get a new pattern that is as pure as these guys. These guys do not change. These guys right here, they do not change. This does not change. Okay? This has a little repeat in it, and that might be the source of our troubles. All right? But for now, being part of the 7L pattern, okay, our 7L pattern, where'd that go off to? Let's go back in time. Here's our 7L pattern. All right, so in the middle here, we have the S3XL. Okay, now I'm going to change colors. Maybe the red. We have the S2L right here, but we also have one down here. Where did these come from? Good question. Hey, where did they come from? I'll tell you in a minute if I remember what I'm doing here. And then we have our S3S's here, right here, and we have another one over here, and they overlap. They overlap, but they don't overlap vertically. They stack. So your S2L would be here. The S3S is right on top of it. Then they share notes horizontally. And so the S3S is on the bottom and the S2L. So it's just an S3S sharing these notes with an S2L, and it's an S2L sharing these notes with an S3S. Put them together and you get this center stack in the middle, which is very valuable when you're playing on the open strings, because you can use this to access notes that are hidden or that are below the fret, the main fret nut. You can get to this 6, this 3, and this 7. You can get to these guys over here by knowing this pattern. And we want to be in a pattern at all times. At all times, except when we're just having fun with caged. You know, or hey, when I go to play hey, play me an A. Okay, I'm not worried about a pattern, right? I don't even know where the heck the pattern is with the A. But I'm saying when you're doing a solo, you want to always be in a pattern. So this is a good pattern to play when you can't get these guys. They're not accessible because the fret nut is, whoops, the fret nut's right here. Okay, so this is the nut. Nut. All right, make that end a little better. That's the nut. And you can't get that 637, but you can use this pattern to get that 637 there. And let's see what we still have. We still have an S3S, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 R2. So we use this pattern. Now without going into what's happening with the S2L, okay, which is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 R. No, we're going to go 4, 5, 6 up to this 7R. Because at this point, it'd probably make more sense to look at, you can look at that as part of this S2L here, but it's better to look at this as part of this S3S right here. See this S3S right here? It's getting a little messy. All right, 7R, you know, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7R2. And that is accessible. Don't look at a pattern that isn't accessible. It's not there. We're not concerned with it anymore. So that's what's going on there. Okay, so that's why this is a valuable pattern. And what I wanted to say was, with the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6R, 7R2, we want to look at the pattern we're playing as what we're playing, not what we're not playing. Not these guys. And that's what makes a difference. How you look at the pattern. It's going to be string by string. Okay, and we'll make it easy.